1.
Huh.
Talk Radio.
Don't touch me. I'll beat your brains out.
Doesn't.
I mean, you can take a knee and try a 56-yard field goal. This is not Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl. Let's get ready to rumble. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your
Top of the
heart.
morning.
I want even children.
Jason, what's up, bud?
I think that the NFL knows what Randy Moss has done with marijuana, and I think the NFL knows what Randy Moss does with marijuana.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Good morning, and thank you for joining me.
Top of the morning, everybody. So good to have you. Live from Hollywood, California, Los Angeles, in fact. This is Tough Love. Those of you already on Facebook Live, the millions listening around the world on Blog Talk Radio, as usual. And for the first time, I'm actually doing Instagram Live, too. I'm wildly frustrated with my iPad. I'm telling you right now, iPads suck. They seriously suck. For whatever reason, now the screen doesn't want to rotate, so I can't actually hang the iPod. B-Rad, top of the morning, buddy. Love you. So anyway, I feel like I have to hold it, which is beyond frustrating. What's really cool on the iPad, though, is I'm actually like wearing a hat and glasses, and on Instagram, I'm not. I wanted to do a mystery mask, and now I can't find it because this thing is a piece of shit. But either way, Justin, good morning. The rest of you, what's happening? Okay, so anyway, a couple things I want to address real quick. Happy Father's Day, obviously, to my dad, to everybody's dad. You know, it's so funny. Every time I talk to my dad earlier, and every time I talk to my dad, it's always the same thing. It always ends up talking, you know, maybe a couple sports here and there, and then it always ends up talking about how this country's just going to hell. I won't get into specifics, but it's goddamn funny. So happy Father's Day indeed. One thing I just saw, Justin, let's talk soccer. You know what, bud? I might actually hit on soccer here in a little bit. Referencing what we did, you know, the other day. I'm even wearing a soccer shirt. Those of you who can see it, I don't know if you can or not, but it is a shirt that I picked up, holy cow, how many years ago? Almost 20 years ago in Amsterdam. I don't even know how to pronounce their name, Ajax or something like that. But either way, you know, so we might talk about soccer. But 24 years ago today, June 17th, 1994, some of you might not have even been alive then, but O.J. Simpson, that was the car chase. 24 years ago today was the car chase that we all saw. O.J., you know what's so funny? I watched the little clip too that they were talking about, and it's really true. If it was maybe not anybody else, but if it was 95% of the rest of the country, that Bronco would have been barricaded. It would have been bumped. It would have been, you know, like tire strips put down. It's interesting at how they just gave him almost like just this motorcade. It's interesting to think about. I don't necessarily know why to this day they actually did that. I have no idea. But either way, that was 24 years ago today. Interesting. I've been up since 2:30 this morning. I couldn't tell you why. I got no idea. Gene, top of the morning. I have no idea why. back in the day, in my party days, you'd have some fun and then think you could go to bed and you just sit there and try and fight to go to sleep. For whatever reason, I woke up at 2:30ish and then I was up. I was just up. That's all, I had no excuse to be up. And then this girl online, who I, chatted with yesterday, all of a sudden, messaged me at 3 this morning or something like that. Next thing you know, I was up, and I haven't gone to sleep. I just haven't gone to sleep. So thank you, that girl, for keeping me up too. And it wasn't anything what we're all thinking, unfortunate as that is. It was just talking online at that. One real quick, either my ass sweats an inordinate amount or every boxer brief commercial on the planet is a scam. Is anybody out there got any recommendations for a good boxer brief that my ass doesn't sweat in? Literally, I'm not just talking it's, it literally, I can't find anyone. I love it. Blanco, the white trash, joined on Instagram. I love it. So if anybody's got recommendations for a really good boxer brief, I'm a firm believer. Brian, I love you, my brother. I'm a firm believer that if they just made boxer briefs or just straight up whatever, swimming suit liners is what I'm getting at. That's what I want to have, as boxer brief. Can't they make that happen? I don't get it. Why is every single boxer brief that I get sucked into buying, my ass it's insane. Maybe it's me. I just have a hot ass. Not like in a visual type of deal. Literally, it's hot. Jason says Hanes. I've had Hanes, but I'm telling you, nothing works. They need to make it out of exactly basketball jersey material or swimsuit material, and we're all good. We're all good. If they could just make that work. I just don't get how. Whatever. Anyway, so last night, swamp ass. That's what I had. So last night, I'm flipping through the channels, blah blah blah, and I saw something. They had a Canadian Football League game on last night, and Johnny Manziel plays for the Hamilton Tiger Cats now, but he doesn't actually play. He is actually a backup to the quarterback on Hamilton, which kind of tells you how far Johnny football has fallen. But this is insane. Think about this, and I'll explain it to a small degree in a sec. June Jones is the head coach. Jerry Glanville is the defensive coordinator, and Johnny Manziel is the backup quarterback on that team. Think about this. June Jones was the air-rated, high-flying coach in the NFL, Atlanta, and then he went to Hawaii and put up, these ridiculous Texas Tech-like numbers. He's a character. June Jones is a really good coach, just a character, though. And then Jerry Glanville still thinks Elvis is alive. When he was the coach of Atlanta Falcons, he left tickets for Elvis at the Atlanta box office. And then Johnny Manziel, just throw Johnny Manziel in there too. Think about how crazy of a locker room that has to be. June Jones, Jerry Glanville, and Johnny Manziel. That's insane. I saw that last night. I thought I was seeing things. That's the funniest shit I've seen. I can't even tell you how long. It's amazing. I wonder if anybody's calling, by the way. I hate having to hold this goddamn thing. It's killing me right now. All right, if anybody wants to call, 213-943-3423. Again, 213-943-3423. Whatever. Save it. You don't have to call. Anyway, where am I at? Okay, so obviously a couple things I want to touch on. The U.S. Open golf tournament is going on right now, and it's hilarious. What's his face? No, my laptop didn't break. My brother wants to know. My iPad won't rotate the goddamn screen, and it's beyond frustrating. I can't even get over how frustrating it is. But either way, it is, what do I do? Except hold it with my goddamn hand. So anyway, the U.S. Open's going on. It is absolutely hilarious right now. Dustin Johnson, this is the best thing about golf, really, when you think about it. Dustin Johnson was, through 2 days, through Thursday and Friday, leading everybody at -4. He was the only dude under par. Everybody else is even or above par. Tiger Woods didn't even make the cut. Jordan Spieth didn't make the cut. Rory McIlroy didn't make the cut. The top players in the world, Chip, good morning. Top players in the world didn't make the cut. And so all of a sudden, yesterday happens. And Dustin Johnson shoots 7 over par. There's a couple dudes who are 4 under, which is amazing. They played earlier in the day. Apparently the conditions got really, really bad. I'm talking in the sense that if you were to putt a marble on a glass tabletop, that's basically what they're saying the greens are like at Shinnecock Hills in Long Island in the Hamptons. And so people are getting so frustrated that they're, obviously they're voicing their frustration, but Phil Mickelson, classic golf, 100%, Blanco, 100%. But Phil Mickelson, and we've all done this. We have all done this, which is the best part. But we have all done this playing putt-putt, right? If the ball is going, and, it's just a bad putt-putt, you go and you run and hit it while it's still rolling. Phil Mickelson, Hall of Fame golfer Phil Mickelson, actually did that yesterday. He actually putts a putt, and it's rolling past the hole, and it's rolling now. It's going to end up, 40 feet from the hole, just because that's how it is. And he runs up and he hits it back while it's still rolling. It's absolutely hilarious. If you see, I'm pretty sure I put it on my Facebook. If you get a chance, check it out because it's fascinatingly funny. I'm talking, it is awesome funny because we've all done it. We've all done it. And he goes back and he knows the rules. That's just it. He did it on purpose because doing so gives a 2-stroke penalty. And he actually ended up saving a couple strokes. The worst part about it is the society we live in now, everybody freaks out. And it's the golf purists. These old hacks who, oh, how dare he made a mockery of the sport. Ian O'Connor, this dumb shit writer for ESPN, says Mickelson should apologize and withdraw from the tournament. It's like, just shut up. It's a game. It's a game. Granted, he kind of made a mockery of it, but at the same time, the United States Golf Association admitted yesterday that they made the course too difficult. And so, that's why everybody, the leaders right now, if you understand scoring in golf, a par means if it's a par 4 and you have 4 chances to get it into the hole. All right. For those of you who don't know golf scoring, that if it's a par 4, you get 4 shots to make a par. So generally in any other tournament, the leader's at anywhere from 8 to 15 under in the 4th round going into the 4th round. Under par. So, let's just say they get in 3 instead of 4, you're 1 under. Hence, it goes on. The leaders right now are at plus 3. It's never happened before. It's never happened in the history of golf that going into the final round, the highest score is at plus 3. So the course itself is hard as shit. That's just the way it is. And everybody's upset about it. And Phil Mickelson goes and hits it, does the exact same thing that we've all done. Snowflakes is exactly right, Blanco. Exactly. But I think it's the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. And of course, everybody, just because our society needs something to bitch about, needs find something to complain and whine and cry about, especially the golf purists, people are calling in from their goddamn couch. Oh, he can't do that. Actually, he can do it. And the best part is after the round is over, Mickelson's getting interviewed, And he's just like, you know what? I'm sorry if you're offended. You know, I didn't do it on purpose. And I love that he did that, because I don't know if it was last week or the week prior. I talked about how people, you know, got so, oh, heaven forbid, offended because Roseanne, of all people, holy cow, can you believe Roseanne Barr said something racist? Holy shit. You know, it's like, of course she did. It's Roseanne. But everybody gets offended because everybody loves to play the victim and blame others for how they feel in our society that we live right now. It's just so pathetic. But seeing Mickelson do that yesterday was absolutely classic. It made me laugh. It made me smile. And it made me smile even harder because everybody got so butthurt over it. It was so great. But Dustin Johnson, like I say, was 4 under, shoots a 7 over. Now he is tied with 4 others at +3 going into today's final round, which should be fun to watch. The cut was +9. Blanco, thank you. The cut after Friday was +9. And funny enough, Tiger Woods shot +10. That's why he didn't even make it. Ricky Fowler yesterday, I think, shot an 84. I mean, it's ridiculous. What's funny, though, think about this. They show like a top view of the hole. Yeah, exactly. Justin, O'Connor is just an idiot. It's not even worth the read, but I put a comment on the article because he's just a douche. But they put a top photo. There's really no water on the course, but the rough is like hay. It's insane. Like, if you get in the rough, you may as well just accept that you're getting a double or a triple bogey that hole and move on. But the weird thing that kind of freaks me out is the sense that there's no water, and if you just played like a 7-iron the whole round, you'd actually probably do all right. Actually, probably, I think, is a double something or other, and I shouldn't talk like that. But I'm pretty sure you could have done that. Or a 5-iron. The problem, obviously, is the greens and the putting, because, again, it's like a glass tabletop, and you just flick a marble, and you barely touch the thing, and it just it's so funny. It just sends it. It just does. Like, nobody has a chance. And it makes the best golfers in the world look just like shit. Like, if any of us played that course, I can't imagine. But my whole club set would be in whatever water I could find. So anyway, that's actually underway. So is the World Cup is underway. I'll touch on this only because, in the sense of everybody being snowflakes and, ripping on Mickelson for putting it while the ball's still going. Landon Donovan, a former U.S. men's national team soccer player, went on a Wells Fargo ad and basically just said, hey, everybody, being that the U.S. isn't in the World Cup, which is a fucking joke because we have 310 million people, yet Costa Rica, who's got like 3 people, is in the World Cup. It's amazing. And I love it. I love that the U.S. isn't in it for soccer. It makes me laugh so hard. But Landon Donovan said, being that the U.S. isn't in it, Viva Mexico! Viva Mexico! And everybody, again, is, oh my God, how dare he? Why? They are our biggest rival. Why would we root for them? Blah, blah, blah. It's always just something, right? Is it not just something? Like anything to bitch about? Anything. Like, our society is so bored. They've got so much time on their hands to just nitpick every goddamn thing. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. The society that we live is just pathetic. That's what my dad and I were talking about this morning. It's just like, this country is effed. It really is. It's just effed because we got a bunch of people who just can't stop bitching about anything. anything. Oh, Mickelson hit the ball while it was still rolling. How dare he? Landon Donovan tells us to root for Mexico. How dare he? Why is everybody such a bitch? God damn. So there's my World Cup. By the way, Mexico and Germany are apparently playing right now. I haven't watched any. I don't give a shit. I got into it on Facebook with a bunch of people. I guess I should say Robert, my buddy at work, because I just said, and it's true. It's true. Next to, I shouldn't say next to anything. The World Cup in America, I prefaced it by saying, in America, the World Cup is like Valentine's Day. Nobody gives a shit about it until it comes around. And that's the truth. That is just the way, that's real talk. I don't care if soccer was popular. I really don't. But it's not. And honestly, I like that it's not because I'm a football guy. So F soccer. I don't care about it. But if it was number one in the ratings, oh well, so it is. But guess what? It's not. And I got in an argument because this guy at work was just like, oh, it's really popular. It's really popular. And I'm like, no, it's not. Otherwise it would be, we have 4 major sports, right? NFL, NBA, baseball, MLB, and NHL. Soccer's nowhere in there. Golf is a more popular sport in this country. NASCAR possibly is bigger. UFC and MMA is definitely bigger than soccer in this country. I mean, and I'm not saying it again to slam it. It's just, think about it like this. If this terrible show was more popular, there would be people wanting to broadcast it, right? That's just common sense. It's supply and demand. Simple supply and demand. And so, being that soccer isn't, granted they've got a TV contract, but it's not the TV contract that the NFL has, or the NBA, or NHL, or Major League Baseball. If it was that popular, the networks would be clawing and scratching to broadcast it. That's just the fact. It's not an argument. That's fact. It's not debatable. That's just fact. I'm not shitting on soccer, although I like to do so because I hate the sport. It's boring, but aside from that, it's just in America, it's not that great. It's not that popular. It is with the Latino community, and that's fine. That's fine. I mean, it's more popular than any game in the whole goddamn world. Isn't that enough for the people in America? Like, it's okay if you dig it, but don't argue the fact that it's popular in America. It's popular everywhere else in the world. It's just not popular here, and that's okay. So deal with it. So there's my World Cup. Oh, by the way, one more tidbit about it. I heard that Ronaldo got a hat trick on Thursday against Spain, which is obviously very cool. Ronaldo is one of the best players in the world. And then Messi, his arch rival, who plays for Argentina, missed a penalty kick. So those two are the two best supposed, soccer players in the world. And Messi misses a PK yesterday to win the game against Iceland. So end up, I guess they drew. And Ronaldo, is the hero, and Messi is the GOAT. Not the GOAT, not the greatest of all time GOAT, the bad GOAT, the GOAT that you don't want to be. So anyway, there's that little tidbit. Moving on. How much time do I got left? Holy cow, time is flying. About like 6 or 7 minutes. So anyway, that's fine. I got some takes. Kawhi Leonard, real quick, I want to hit on this. Kawhi Leonard is a small forward for the San Antonio Spurs, one of the top players in the league. Pulled a bitch move this year and sat out, said his quad hurt, and the Spurs weren't treating him the way he wanted to be treated, because the Spurs doctors cleared Leonard to play. But Leonard's doctors said, no. now it comes out that Kawhi doesn't want to be in San Antonio. So, all along, it just showed that he probably did this on purpose, didn't want to play there, wanted to get bad feelings there so they could move him. Now, all of a sudden, Kawhi Leonard says, I want to play in Los Angeles. I want to be a Laker. Well, no, SportsCenter, being idiots, follow that story and try, piecing this all together. Here's why that would never happen. Greg Popovich, Sasha, good morning, buddy. Greg Popovich, the coach of the Spurs, would never trade one of the best players in the league to another team in the West. Why would he make his team weaker and make an opponent stronger within the same conference that you have to go to the championship in? Why would he ever do that? And it's not going to happen. Kawhi Leonard is probably going to go to Boston, which makes a lot of sense because, number one, it's in the Eastern Conference. Number two, Celtics have the most that you can give back for him. And so, therefore, I have a feeling he's going to the Celtics. And I have a feeling the Spurs are going to get back Kyrie Irving and Jaylen Brown and possibly draft picks. If they got that trade, I would think the Spurs would do that. But there is no way in hell he is going to the Lakers. Sorry, guys. And speaking of which, LeBron James, he could go to the Lakers. He's a free agent. He can go wherever he wants. That's obviously the big question right now. Where is he going to go? But here's my question about LeBron. When is it going to be too much? When is it going to be him chasing titles, going team to team? Obviously started Cleveland, went to Miami, back to Cleveland. Now he's going to leave Cleveland and go somewhere else so he can chase another title. And, I don't care. I'll never say he's Jordan, so I don't care what LeBron does. He's like a better Magic Johnson. I've said that a million times. But if you remember Karl Malone and Gary Payton, two Hall of Fame players, definitely not playing at the level LeBron is right now, but they went chasing a title with the Lakers and did not get it. I don't think they got it. Now that I'm thinking back, I don't think they did. So if LeBron goes, let's say to Houston, and they end up winning, they win the title, does LeBron retire? Is it time for him to stop chasing? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I just don't. When is it going to be time? I don't know. I really don't know. But that's the one thing I'm just interested to see. When is it going to be? When is it just getting old? Like, to me, it's already old. Where's LeBron going? Where's he going? It's like he should stay in Cleveland. And Shaquille O'Neal actually said that. LeBron's not probably going to take his advice. But Shaquille already said, he's like, LeBron doesn't have anything to prove. He's obviously one of the best players ever. He doesn't have anything to prove. So why not stay in Cleveland? But, that's not going to happen. But yes, Blanco, you're absolutely correct. The postman, Carl, the postman, mailman, Malone. Or maybe you're just talking about the postman just ran. 90 seconds left on the show. Lastly, this worked out perfect. Triple G and Canelo Alvarez just agreed to a rematch from their fight last September, which was the biggest scam I've seen in quite some time, possibly since the Roy Jones Olympics when he got screwed out of the gold medal in Seoul, Korea. I'm telling you right now, the night that Canelo got his ass beat by Triple G, SportsCenter, it had the bookie for Westgate betting books in Vegas. And he actually said, we'll see you Cinco de Mayo, because the rematch was already in the cards. It is a money grab, people. Don't fall for this. I've said it before. Do not buy this fight. It's bullshit. Triple G beat Canelo's ass the first time, and it should have never been a draw, ever. but they did this so they could have a rematch and get the money grab that they're going for now. And Canelo, who just tested positive twice for steroids, still asked for the lion's share of the money. It's shocking to me. It's unbelievable. Do not buy this fight. Find it for free. I'll have it for free. I'm not going to watch it. I won't watch it. 10 seconds left on Blog Talk. I love you guys. Happy Father's Day to you guys. Have a great day. And I will see you next Sunday. Tough Love's out on Blog Talk. And I am still with you guys on Instagram and Facebook. But, hold on a sec. Justin says they did not get a title. I don't know who you're talking to. Are you talking about the, my goddamn hand's asleep right now because I had to hold this stupid thing. Are you talking about the fight, the Canelo Triple G? Did not get the title? Probably. Anyway, like the old Don King days, no doubt. I'm telling you, it's all just boxing. It sucks being a boxing fan. I'm telling you, because I love the sport so much. I just know how corrupt it is. Oh, okay, good. Lakers. Thank you for clarifying, Justin. The Lakers is what he's talking about. They did not get a title with the Mailman and Gary Payton. Thank you. So therefore, hence LeBron. How many? He's been there a lot. Lost, more than he's won. But anyway, back to the fight. Don't buy it. Please do not buy that fight. Please. I beg of you. It's a money grab. That's all it is. Boxing is corrupt. It still is. Unfortunate as it is, it's corrupt. Don't do it. With that said, Sunday fun day. It's overcast and shitty here in Hollywood. It just makes all the bums and all the dirt and all the nasty shit in Hollywood that much better. Yeah, just makes it look that much better to be in Hollywood. It's a dump. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Fathers out there, happy Father's Day. Happy Sunday fun day. Get wrecked, have fun, and I will see you back next Sunday. Ciao. I can get the hell out of here.